Hello. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to a brand new video. It is your girl Tabitha here. So in today's video, I am going to be doing a full face routine, my go-to makeup routine, I should say, fall edition. So I'm going to show you guys all of my favorite products that I use right now, all of my tips and tricks, pretty much the staples that I use right now. There's a few, maybe one or two items that might alternate, but as far as like my face care, my base makeup, that pretty much stays the same. It has been the same for a while now. So this has been a requested video, so I know people have been asking me this for a long time to do like a video showing how I do my base makeup. The eyebrows will be in a separate video because y'all know how long the brows can take, so I have switched up my eyebrow routine, so that will be in a different video. But this video will be showcasing my base makeup fall edition. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get into it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started now. My favorite primer as of right now is the Strivection anti-blur primer. I got this in an influencer box. This is pretty good. There is a teeny weeny bit of a smell, but after you get past that, it's actually really good. I definitely recommend this for people who have oily skin. This seems to keep me matte pretty much all day. The weather here in Minnesota has been off and on. Like one day it was like 50-40 degrees, the next day it was 80, and I wore a different primer and I started to get really oily here. I wear this, no problem. So I already put this on. This had a time to settle into the skin. Now I'm going to put on my foundation. Okay, today I'm going to be wearing my Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation. Now I just put this on with my fingers. I use 2 pumps. I feel like that is a good amount for me at least. You guys can see I have a lot of discoloration on my skin, and 2 pumps of this does a good job, whereas some foundations I have to wear, you know, 3 pumps, a little bit more than 3 to get full coverage depending on the foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and just go in with a brush, which is a Real Techniques buffing brush, and buff this out. Is blended out. Next we're going to go in with concealer. So I do use 2 different concealers. The first concealer that I'm going to use is the NYX HD Photogenic concealer. I believe this is the color Caramel, and I like to put a little bit on my forehead. I don't like to highlight my forehead too much because I don't want to draw too much attention there. Put a little bit down my nose, and I like to put it down my nose to kind of give it that natural highlight because I don't like to contour anymore. I just don't feel like, you know, contouring is for making your nose appear smaller. I feel like I'm fine with the shape of my nose, but I do like to have that highlight there. Put a little bit on the Cupid's bow and then a little bit on the chin. And the second concealer that I'm going to go in with today is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and this is the color Caramel as well. I put this just underneath my eyes only, and I want to tell you guys something. This is a fantastic concealer. A little bit goes a long way with this. I'm going to use a blending sponge, and I'm going to blend out the NYX concealer first. I like to give this concealer a little bit more time to dry because if you don't, it's going to spread and you're going to lose coverage. So just blend out the center of the face first. Now that's nice and blended, let's see why I like it down the nose. It kind of gives a natural contour without really changing the shape of your nose too much. So next I'm gonna go under the eye and blend it out. See, now I have a nice blended highlight. When I highlight or when I blend out underneath my eyes, I don't like to go past my eye because I feel like when you bring it out here a little further, for me, it kind of makes my face look wide and I don't like that. So just kind of concentrated underneath the eyes, So next we are going to set that. So I'm going to use this, actually a really good powder. This is the Black Radiance True Complexion Loose Powder. I do have their banana powder. And I use the exact same sponge that I just used to blend everything out. As you guys can see, this is what it looks like here. And I'm going to dip the sponge into it and just set all the places that I just set all my concealer. Same thing for the under eye. I do not like to bake because I feel like underneath my eye gets really dry regardless of what powder I use. So we're just going to take a nice amount of powder and set the concealer so it doesn't crease or crack. Now, as you can see, we have the concealer set. Okay guys, next we're gonna set just the rest of the face. I'm gonna go ahead and use the L.A.Colors pressed powder that I found at the Dollar Tree. Now this is actually not too bad. As you guys can see, it's lighter than my skin tone, but I don't mind that. I just take more of a fluffier style brush, tap it a few times into the powder, dust it off, and then just set everywhere else that doesn't have concealer. I like to set my eyelids too because foundation was put there, and since I have hooded lids I can get creases there, so I just like to set that as well. Okay guys, next up we are going to contour. I'm going to use my M.A.C Blunt Matte Powder. You can see this is how it looks here. Now what I like to do is I like to take a flat brush and put it into the powder. This is a Sonia Cachet contour brush. Get a nice bit of the powder, and I like to just press it onto the skin. I also put it by my cheekbones, and I kind of contour my forehead and temples a little bit as well. So you can feel where your cheekbone is, so that's where I like to put the contour, and then whatever is left on the brush from me doing that first kind of press here, I just put the rest of it on my forehead and my temples. Okay guys, next up, blush. Now this is one of my favorite blushes for the fall time. This is the Black Radiance Artisan Color Baked Blush. This is in the color Warm Cherry. You guys, this is amazing. Again, this is something that whenever I wear this, I get complimented on it all the time, every single time I wear it. So I'm going to go in again, just press it into the product a couple of times. This is, I think this is actually a crown brush that I'm using here. The color that's on here should be enough for me to do both cheeks, so let's put it on. As you guys can see, you get that nice just warm color without it being too overpowering. Again, you want to use a fluffier brush so that way the color you can put the color on evenly without it being too harsh initially putting it on, so you can kind of build it up. Usually for my everyday makeup routine, I do not use mascara usually, and I don't put on eyeshadow, but I do like to wear highlighter. So one of my favorite highlighters, just for like an everyday type of thing, is the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighters. If you guys do not have these are great. They're only like 10 bucks at Target, or not Target, yeah, Target and Walmart. Walmart will probably be the cheaper place to get it. This is the color Rose Gold, which I have been wearing, and look how soft that is. You guys might not be able to see with my ring light, excuse me, but it's beautiful, beautiful. I like to take a small fan brush and just kind of work it in the product, and I like to put this on, you know, the normal places, the tip of the nose, a little bit down the nose there, Cupid's bow, and then when I put it on my cheeks, and I'll show you guys in a second, I like to use it at the top of the cheekbone, and I like to do a little small circular motion. And the reason I like to do this is because whenever you do like this, it leaves kind of a harsh line. So when you do circular motions, it doesn't leave a harsh line, and look at that bling. It gives a beautiful highlight. And I just like to put a little bit on whatever's left on the brush. I put it on my temples and my forehead. Okay guys, so I like to use the Mario Badescu skincare facial spray to set my makeup. For our last step, I'm gonna go in with an E.L.F lipstick. This is the color Razzle Dazzle Red, and I found this color at the Dollar Tree. This beautiful color, look how pretty this is. This is like a perfect color for fall. And I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. I really appreciate you guys for watching. I hope that you guys learned some different tips and tricks from me. I know that this has been a requested video, so I wanted to make sure that I record this for you guys. So I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Again, all the products names will be in the description bar below if you guys want more info. If you want to watch more videos, just make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit the notification bell. That way every time I upload, you will not miss another video. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will check you guys out in the next video. Bye.